welcome back to the SA Sports Show. Time to turn our attention to the Southern Football League, as we do every week. And joining us, as he always does, is the president of the Southern Footy League, Craig Warman. Nice to see you, mate.
Yeah, good evening. How are we?
Oh, we're going well, mate. We're going really well. And that was a cracking start to the season for you. It wasn't on the weekend. That was a couple of little upsets and a couple of big blowouts and...
Well, you couldn't wish for better. Perfect day for
footy.
The season to kick off.
Yeah.
And we had the game down at Port Noarlunga. Had a first look at their new digs.
Yeah.
With the concrete being poured this week. So, gee, it's going to be massive. Their new change rooms.
Well, a few of them must have been working on that project too, because they only kicked a couple of goals, mate. They got belted by Morphett Vale. Was that a big surprise? I mean,
no,
you did say last week that you thought that they were going to be a bit of an improver, Morphett Vale.
Oh, well,
but that's a big win, mate.
It is. But in saying that, Port Noarlunga are still coming with a new coach, systems, etc. Still getting some new players into the club as well.
Yep.
They're down on numbers a little bit. Whereas Morphett Vale, Mike Hamby had the side going really, really well. They couple of new signings they had certainly stood out.
Okay.
Robert Snyder-Taylor kicked two absolutely pearl of goals from outside 50.
Okay, yeah.
One at each end of the ground that set Morphett Vale alight, and they ran over the top of them in the end. Yeah,
but you didn't expect that, did you? I don't think anyone really expected the bigger margin. Yeah.
But in saying that, credit where credit's due. You're only as good as the opposition you're playing.
That's very true.
And Morphett Vale, they'll have a big test this week, but we'll get onto that in a minute.
Yeah.
But a good win first up for them and Michael Hamby.
Okay, yeah.
And the win for Noarlunga against Christie's Beach, how did that shape up?
Yeah,
as expected?
Yeah, well, yes and no. Word around the traps is Noarlunga got a big signing that will play this week.
Okay.
Didn't play last week, but it was a nip and tough sort of game. Christie's at half time were up and about. Noarlunga very strong in the second half and ran out 31-point winners there.
Now we're very glad that Phil's not here.
Well, the big signing for Noarlunga is Ben Jarman.
Oh, is that right? Yeah, okay. Crow on the Crows list and whatever. Well, that's a good signing. He'd be a bit far from home, wouldn't he? That's not really his area, Ben. Well, I'm not sure where he lives, but...
Well, we're only... Get on the expressway, mate.
Nothing's too far.
That's a fair point.
Certainly in Adelaide.
That's a fair point. That's a good signing.
That's a very good signing.
That's a very good signing. Now, as I said, I'm glad Phil's not here because he would be carrying on like a pork chop because the mighty Ronella got over Flaggy's first loss for 3 years. Is that right?
Exactly right.
Well, that's a big win.
Massive upset.
That's a big win.
Well, it is a big win because they played them at home. But in saying that, the first game of the season, a little bit rusty or whatever. Don't write Flagstaff off.
No, not writing them off.
But in saying that, Ronella have recruited very, very well.
Yeah, a couple of big blokes.
Well, their biggest hurdle last year was their ruck division.
Yeah.
They've now got two quality ruckmen.
Okay.
And they had first use of the ball, and that's the result. But Flagstaff Hill, they'll be there, don't worry.
Oh, they'll be back, there's no doubt.
Don't worry about them.
You can't tell Phil that.
But Billy would be a very happy man the way the boys turned out last Saturday.
Billy would be delighted, mate. He would be, wouldn't he, really? He'd be over the moon.
Tickle pink. Him and Rona out on the wing.
Yeah. Well, that's right, because he does sit out there, doesn't he?
He does. With his cup of tea and scones. It's beautiful.
Oh, yeah. Well, cup of tea, yeah, okay.
True.
Yeah, okay.
And Cove got up against Aldinga.
Well, yeah, Barry, very pleased with that. They corresponding game last year. Cove were in front. Aldinga ran over the top of them in the end. Bird on the other foot this year.
Yeah.
Ray O'Donnell's doing a very, very good job there. A lot of new players into the club, and they certainly had a really interesting game with Aldinga.
And that was down at Aldinga, wasn't it? So it is a good win.
It is.
You know, it's not easy to go down there and win. I can tell you that from experience. But that's a good start for the Cobras. As you said, they've got a few players back. They've got a couple of players back that have been missing from the club for a couple of years. Yep. It's important, isn't it, really? So Ray's done a really good job down there to get to rebuild, if you like, a little tiny rebuild.
Yeah, he has.
Get a few of the guys back that had played before.
But and in saying that, he's brought in a couple of quality players as well.
Yeah.
They brought in a new coach for the B grade, Gavin Riddle.
Yeah.
His three sons used to play at Brighton. So they've come up.
Yeah.
And again, they're going to be a good value to them. Bo McCreary's younger brother Jake, he's come back from South Adelaide to strengthen the Cobras as well. But it's a really good start for them.
Just quickly, they've got their big day for them on the weekend. The Cobras.
Yeah, they have. They take on Port Noarlunga.
Yeah.
That'll be our tribe match of the day for broadcast.
Yeah.
It's their past players and
That's
100 club.
Yeah.
All happening down there, and of course they have also now got the licence back for the bar. So. They'll be well and truly.
Massive day, trust me, Britt. It's a big
Sure,
day.
it'll be a big day.
It's always a big day down there.
Excellent timing, really.
Yeah.
Well, they'll be well and
They
truly,
do well.
on the money down there.
Yeah.
Other games on Saturday, Christie's Beach and Flagstaff Hill at Christie's Beach. Look, both sides didn't win in the first round. I'm expecting a pretty close game, but I think Flaggies will bounce back in that one.
Yeah.
Happy Valley, who had the bye last week. They take on Ronella. So it'll be interesting to see if Ronella can keep that momentum. It'd be great to have our first look at Happy Valley.
Yeah.
As I said, Cove and Port Noarlunga will be the tribe match of the day. And the other big blockbuster, two first round winners, Morphett Vale at home to Noarlunga.
Noarlunga, both winners.
That will be a terrific contest at Wheatshift Road.
Just a great start, isn't it, the year?
We're
all went off without a hitch.
Back.
Well,
footy's back.
We're up and about, so let's hope we can continue without any so-called interruptions.
No, it looked good, mate, and I'm glad it all went well because I know how hard you guys worked last year. I know exactly how hard you guys worked last year, so it's nice to have a nice break, nice bit of clean air, first round out the way, touch wood.
Onwards and upwards,
Let's get it going.
Onwards and upwards.
Good on you, mate. Thanks for joining us.
Terrific.
The president of the Southern Footy League, Craig Warman, joining us on the SA Sports Show. Back with more in just a moment.